many times have you gone to a flea market, pointed at something and said, "My grandmother had one of these," or "This reminds me of something my mom had"? These vintage objects trigger emotions and turn each flea market visit into a trip down memory lane. There's a sentimentality about your stuff that
Yes.
speaks to me.
I'm hugely sentimental.
Yeah,
so
I am too. Like, I get emotional when I see some things, and I think that emotional connection is what makes me buy things from you.
I went to art school. I have probably yet to meet an antique dealer that didn't go to art school. And I just love stuff, and I love color and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, it's fun, but I don't choreograph anything. It's when I get here and I have materials in front of me, then I try to make it work.
Vintage toys are highly collectible. People love them because they like the nostalgia involved. Wow, I had one of those when I was a kid, or my granddad had one of those. Chances are that if you've heard about vintage toys and how collectible they are, you know that people want them in the box, untouched. I actually like the ones that were played with, that have a little bit of what I like to call patina, some rubbing, some wear, showing that the toy was loved.
You know, these are the products that America used to manufacture everything itself.
Yeah.
And that's when middle class America actually blossomed.
Absolutely.
And helped the world to understand the value, America's value proposition.
So you're bringing to life what I always say is that people who love antiques are also passionate about history.
History and authenticity.
Yes.
And things that are not necessarily reproduced.
Absolutely. This picture belongs to a set that my sister had in her very first apartment. When I was a little boy, I used to go and stay overnight and watch Love Boat and hang out and wake up in the morning and have breakfast on this china. I have never in all my days of flea marketing seen a bronze fedora. It's now a piece of art. And that's one of the things I love about flea markets, is taking something that's an everyday object and lifting it up and making it special.
It's a reappropriation of
It is. I'm quite smitten with it. I'm gonna let it haunt me for a minute because I need it like a hole in the head, but I might come back
You
for
could use
it.
this to cover a hole.
The hole in my head. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're here all night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, this thing's on. Yeah.
One thing we flea market people all have in common is that we all love stuff. In fact, some of us are downright sentimental about it. I, for one, am even sentimental about times in which I've never lived. And I'm also sentimental about objects that clearly meant something to someone at some time. The antiques dealers I love are of a similar mindset. They're historians and curators, saving much-loved objects for new generations who get to love them all over again.